guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Janice if you're new here, and it is Sunday, almost afternoon, and so we're doing a Sunday reset today. I got up around 5:20 this morning and I had some nice devotional time, which was really needed and felt really good. I felt like it just really got me in good spirits for the day and just going forward. I wanted to share with you guys the verse that I've kind of just been meditating on all morning and that I felt really spoke to me and gave me direction. And that was Psalm 37:23, and it says, "The Lord makes firm the steps of the one who delights in him." And if you guys have been watching at the very least the last couple of vlogs, then you know that I kind of just talked about where I had been mentally and emotionally. And then a couple of vlogs back, I talked about just being frustrated as a content creator and just not knowing if I should continue with content creating and the frustrations with that. But I felt like this verse was really just for me and something I need to really just focus on and just put my efforts in, like my relationship with the Lord, and like spending that extra time, not just, the morning devotionals, but like spend my days focused on what I feel God has called me to, and being in prayer and asking for grace and asking for strength and patience and all those things as I go through my day, and just kind of let him order my steps in all aspects, not just content creating, but as a mom, as a homemaker, as a wife. So I just felt like that was what I needed. So I just wanted to share in case anybody else is in that kind of same space. But I am feeling good, so that is good. Anyway, it's Sunday. I had a very productive yet like really slow and enjoyable morning. I made biscuits and eggs for breakfast today. Biscuits from scratch that came out really good. I love making biscuits. I don't make them all the time, but every time I make it, I'm always like, why don't I make these more? But I even have some biscuit dough still that I put in the freezer, so I can make that later in the week for a quick breakfast for me or for Ezzy. Like I said, I did devotional time. I cleaned up the kitchen. We have fruit and water and all the good stuff that I've been trying to incorporate. I do need to take my hormonal drops, but I had coffee. I did all the things, and so I wrote out a list for a bit of a Sunday reset to-do list, and I'll share with you guys kind of what I have, a loose list basically. But I want to clean out the fridge. I want to make mayo. I want to make chia seed pudding. I want to clean the bathrooms. I want to make sure to start boiling eggs to prep for tuna for lunch today. I need to meal plan for this week because I haven't been doing that the last few weeks and I feel the effects of that. So we're gonna do a meal plan. I need to fold the laundry. If you watched my last vlog, that was from like Friday and Saturday. I was supposed to fold the laundry those days, still haven't done it. So we're gonna do that today. I wanna make some more bone broth, even though I have a mason jar of bone broth in the freezer. I just wanna make more because I wanna get back to drinking it most mornings. And then I need to feed my starter. I need to cut and freeze all the sourdough. I made 2 loaves of sourdough yesterday, and I just want to get those sliced so that they're ready to just grab from the freezer for the week. I do want to make some banana bread because I have 2 very ripe bananas over there right now. And then wash Ezzy's bedding, which is actually already in the wash. It needs to be put into the dryer. Ezzy had a bit of an accident this morning, and so I ended up giving her a bath this morning too. If you notice the last couple of vlogs, I've been labeling them as my like homemaker junk journal. And the reason I decided that I wanted to do this is because when I learned more what a junk journal is, and it's basically like, unlike like scrapbooking or having like just a bullet journal or anything that's more, or any other journals that you've heard of, a junk journal is basically like making a journal out of things that would have been thrown away and wouldn't have been found as useful, I guess you can say, and using those items to make something that is useful to write in, to remember, to reflect. And I just felt like that was just really good for me and for my journey just as a mom and a homemaker and a content creator, and just knowing that even in my imperfections, even in things that don't look as beautiful, or in the struggles and things of life, like they're still useful. Like they can still be used to speak to someone else's life. God still uses those things for the betterment of you and your character, but also for the betterment of someone else who may be going through those same things. And so I just want to use this channel as like a documentation of just life and life struggles, and how we come out of those struggles stronger and better, and how God uses us in the midst of those struggles. So that is kind of what the whole junk journal situation is, in case you were curious. But let's go ahead and get on with this. This is a long intro. I hope you guys enjoy this Sunday reset. Does anybody else have a 4-year-old that still makes the hugest mess all over the floor? You guys probably can't even see it, but there's literal just stuff everywhere. I wonder when the time comes for kids to eat a little bit less messy, but time to vacuum. Prepping dinner. It is about 5 o'clock, so in the next 15 minutes I'm going to be popping that into the oven. I just did some chicken wings and then roasted sweet potatoes and roasted carrots, so that's what we're going to do for dinner tonight. So while we're on the topic of food, I have my little dry erase board or magnet here because I want to start doing the meal plan for this week, because I told you guys a trillion times that I completely just did not do it all of last month, and it shows. And I didn't go grocery shopping this week, so I went into the freezer to see like what meat we have, and we only have chicken and salmon, and we have a lot of chicken. That's the thing. But I wanted to share this because I know like part of resetting, and each week most people go grocery shopping every week. But I do notice that I tend to grocery shop a lot, like multiple times a week. And it's mainly because I feel like I operate better when the kitchen is filled with food. And I don't think it's necessarily a good thing. I'm trying to get better at like wasting less, because I tend to just buy food. And I feel like we're constantly going over our grocery budget, like flying past it every month. And I think it's just because I'm not setting boundaries. It's like as soon as we're out of something, I'm like, oh, we gotta go buy it. And whether it's a necessity or not, it's like my mindset, especially when it comes to like snacks for Ezzy. And it's like at the end of the day, I do a lot of cooking and making snacks and baking from scratch, and we always have those things. We always have flour, we always have sourdough starter, we always have baking soda, and all these things that I can like make baked goods, healthy ones, oatmeal like bars and stuff. Like there's so much I can make that would save money from like these quick, very expensive healthy snacks that I buy that's still technically processed. But I don't know, and I feel like it's not creating a good, I guess, boundary for Ezzy, because I notice anytime she's out of something, and if I am trying to implement some kind of like, I don't know, mindset shift, or like just kind of teach her decision making, because she'll reach for her snacks and she eats them constantly. They're there, so she's like, no, I want a snack, I want a snack, I want a snack, and she'll eat and eat. And so every once in a while I'm like, my girl, okay, if you eat that, you're gonna be out of it, and then you're not gonna be able to have it again until we go grocery shopping again. And she's always like, no, Mom, it's okay if we could just buy more. Like, that's her, because she knows that as soon as she's out of things, she's gonna get it back. And I feel like I have that with myself. I have that with Nathan. It's kind of like, as soon as we're out of something, we go buy it. And I think part of having a grocery budget and having boundaries with groceries is, once you're out of it until you go grocery shopping again. And so just to kind of piggyback off of that, I'm also trying to use what I have and be more resourceful with the food we do have in the house, because at the end of the day, the kitchen's not empty. Like, there's things in there, and I think that also helped me get more creative with cooking, but just also save money and not waste food, basically. So that's kind of why I decided, because I was thinking about doing an Instacart order earlier, and I was like, you know what? We're just not. And I'm gonna wait until probably the end of this week, or the end of next week technically, to do a grocery order. So I know we're gonna do like salmon tacos on Tuesday, which I think will be really good. And the rest, I'm just gonna come up with some chicken recipes, and even some just, you know, recipes that don't involve meat. That's another thing. I'm like always feeling like meat has to be the protein, or it has to be present in every meal. And so just getting more creative with like my grains and beans and lentils and all the stuff in there, and just creating different meals. So I don't know if anybody can relate to that, but I just thought I'd share, because I was really thinking, like, I'm very much I spend too much money on groceries. It's like the one area that I don't even think twice about it. It's like everywhere else I'm like, that's a little too expensive, or I'll rather wait. But when it comes to groceries, I'll spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars without blinking. And I need to blink. Laundry that I am finally getting to fold. It's actually almost 6 o'clock. Dinner's in the oven. We had a late lunch today, so I know no one's really hungry, starving at least. Dinner is cooking, and even though I did not accomplish everything on my list, I did a lot of things that wasn't on my list. I feel so much more like myself. Like, I didn't feel this, I don't know, I guess I never felt overwhelmed. I never felt like I was overdoing my tasks, and I did it very, I guess, manageably. I wasn't rushing, even though I had a long to-do list. I didn't put the pressure on myself to finish it all. And there's always tomorrow. I'm on my own schedule, and that might have been a little bit helpful, but just in general, I just felt very in control, I guess is the best way to describe it. I was able to just do a lot. I felt good making like a more like time-consuming work of love breakfast, and then just having our lunch ready, dinner's ready. Like, I've been in the kitchen a lot today, cleaning up, the refrigerator's cleaned out, and I guess that's what today just was about in general. This Sunday reset was just about literally resetting and trying to get my life, my mental space, my home back in order after just feeling like things were just out of control. And I'm really happy about it. Like, I've slowly been getting like that energy back, just back to myself, and it made me think, like, when you get a cold or you're sick or something, and when you're just feeling so miserable, how you're just like, oh my gosh, like, what I would give to be healthy right now. When I go through getting sick, it's like in that moment you appreciate the simple task of waking up feeling like you're not sick, you know? And that's kind of how I felt. Like today felt good. It was like I was appreciating being me, like being back to myself. And I guess it's just a reminder that like to stop beating ourselves up, because we could be so much less and do so much less than what we do, especially as moms, as homemakers. And when we're down, it makes you appreciate when we're up, and that's just like in general, isn't it? But just a reminder to be gentle to yourself, to, especially if you know you're not up to, you know, something's off, if you're feeling more tired, you're feeling like drained or exhausted or more irritable or more frustrated, like knowing that is not your normal, I guess it's just always a sign to reflect on if you need more rest, if you need a breather, if you like just focusing on what you need instead of beating yourself up for feeling the way you do, I guess, because that's what I was doing, like getting so frustrated that I was feeling tired. And it's like, maybe God is just trying to let you know that you need to sit down somewhere and take a little breather. Life's not about lists, right? So anyway, I'm gonna finish this laundry, and after that I want to have a nice hot shower and do some skincare.
Hi, I'm up here.
Hi, Princess Elsa.
I'm not Princess
Elsia. So we have officially reached the end of the day. It's now about 7:45. We just finished eating dinner, and I'm just bringing up the last of the laundry that I folded, or the last of the laundry that needs to be hung up actually, and stuff. And then I have her bedding up here that I need to put on her bed now that it's all finished drying. It actually finished a while ago, but I was just doing other things and wasn't focused on that. As long as I knew it will be ready to go on her bed when I needed it to go on her bed. She's gonna be getting ready to settle down, and so I wanna get her bedding on there. The kitchen isn't necessarily cleaned, like we have a few dishes, like our plates from eating dinner right now, but I'm not actually feeling all of that pressed about getting that washed. I'll probably just take care of that in the morning. I'm definitely starting to feel a little fatigued and ready to kind of settle down. I hope this video, aside from just inspiring maybe a bit of a Sunday reset for you, I hope like just talking through some of the things that we talked about was, I don't know, helpful, relatable, made you feel not alone, you know, any of those things, because it's hard out here. I just wanted to share a bit of an update just on me feeling so much better and being so grateful that I do, and I'm looking forward to getting back to myself and being productive and having good, productive, slow days, as I like to call them, productive, slow days, and just enjoying life again, because I was not. Thank you for joining me. If you're here still and watching through the end, thank you for clicking on this video. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel and just for your support and being here watching. I really, really appreciate it. And I want to start acknowledging that and not focusing on what I don't have, as I said in another video. Start focusing on what I do have instead of what I don't have, and just allowing God to order my steps and direct me. So we're gonna keep positive, happy vibes. Okay, subscribe down below if you're new here and you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys, follow me on Instagram, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.